In a situation where you need to draft a letter of advice for a client's litigation matter, you would simply upload all of the relevant material or import it into AI Legal Assistant, either using the import function, or you could use one of our integrations and pull in the information from your practice management system or your document management system. Then you'll notice here that we have a letterhead and we have some fictitious files that we're going to use for the demonstration. We always recommend having all of your templates and letterheads saved within here, and then you can simply just go to clone. You can clone that letterhead or template and then use it on the matter very quickly. So what I'm going to do in this situation for my letter of advice in relation to a litigation matter is I'm going to click my letterhead. I'm going to go up to multi-doc. I'm going to find the client's name. I'm going to select my conversation with the client that I've uploaded and transcribed. I'm going to select the email history between the two parties. I'm going to select the story from the perspective of my client, Harrison, and I'm going to select the joint venture agreement. Click on Done, and then I'm going to click on the Discuss. So Discuss is your all-around assistant to help you with matters. So you can use the discussion assistant to play devil's advocate if you want, or help extract information. So you can either type in here, or you can dictate to the doc, or you can dictate to the AI. I want you to extract all of the information from all of these documents to support my client's case against Orion Technologies. My client is John Harrison from Harrison Technologies. Go and extract all of the information that supports our case that Orion is in breach of their contract. Click on Stop, then I click Send. So for context, Orion is in breach of the contract because they were supplying faulty goods from their manufacturing facility to our client Harrison, which has impacted Harrison's reputation. Harrison has now had a significant amount of refunds, and so let's see what the AI picks up on. If we click on Maximize here, you'll see that we've got our chat in the full-length window. You always want to fact-check everything that the AI brings back to you. We can see the parties, we can see the jurisdiction, relevant provisions of the joint venture agreement, the alleged breaches, the evidence supporting the breach, the timeline of events, the damages that have been suffered. There are counterclaims in there by Orion Technologies that it's picked up on. The supporting documentation that supports John Harrison's case. So now what we could do is ask the AI to reverse. Now I want you to analyze all the information from the perspective of Orion and tell us why we don't have a case. I want you to think critically about this and analyze all of the information. We click on Stop and then we click on Send. Now we've got the argument from the perspective of O'Brien that you can see here. It's also told us why there's weaknesses in Harrison's case. Again, it's talking about the counterclaims by O'Brien and the conclusion. So now what I could ask for is I could say, I want you to take the arguments from both party sides and I want you to put them in a table. I want you to put the claim in the first column, any evidence that would dispute that claim in the second column. If there is no evidence, just leave the field blank. And in the third column, I want you to give me your recommendation based on how we should approach each item, considering the claim and any evidence or reason as to why the claim would not be valid. Click on stop, and then I click on send. If I wanted to insert the previous information into the document, I simply go up and click on insert text. You can see that I've got my table back here. I've got the claim, I've got the evidence to dispute the claim, and I've got the recommendation. I could then insert this into the document as well. Now that I've got all of my information in the document, I could highlight all of that information. Right-click, go to AI features, and use my drafting functionality. I can turn off multi-doc. I can type into this box or I can dictate. I want you to analyze all of the information that I have given you and help me draft a letter of advice. My advice is that they should consider pursuing the matter because of XYZ, and these would be the next steps. Provide the client with a well laid out summary and next steps. Let them know that to pursue the matter, my fee would be $5,000 upfront and $10,000 on completion. Click on stop, then click send. We can click on maximize and we can see our letter of advice. If we are happy with it, we can either replace the section, which is our highlighted text, or we can insert it below. For now, I'm going to replace the section. You can see that we've got our letter of advice there. Of course, you can go through and amend any part of it manually by typing or highlighting any text and having the AI amend it for you. Additionally, you can dictate to the document if you would like by simply right-clicking and clicking Dictate to Document. And that's how you draft a letter of advice for litigation matter in a matter of minutes. Of course, it goes without saying that you would not just send this to a client. You would provide your professional opinion and fact-check everything.